All our stars are shining in international colors. It is a very good day for Joshua Zirzkee, Kobbie Mainoo, and Mathis de Ligt. I'm here to tell you about it and how important this is as we do hope to return with a bang from the international break. Welcome to the Night of Sport. My name is Webb, and let's get it. So, we know that there are several games going on where our boys are in action, and guess what? The latest one that is still ongoing as I speak now involving the Dutch national football team that is in action. And we have two players in there, and they both started. That is Mathis de Ligt and Joshua Zirzkee. Both started for Ronald Koeman's Netherlands as they do take on Bosnia and Herzegovina. As we speak now, it is 3-2 as I record this video. I don't know the time you watch it. It probably would have ended. And it's been a very good game. I wanted to focus on Joshua Zirzkee and see how he plays this kind of game in the national team, because at times players play different on the national team and a whole different game with their clubs. But Zirzkee started as the number 9. I would call him a false 9 really, because for me he's mostly uh, he's not really there as a target man all the time. He's never there. I should say he just drifts there and runs away. He's most cases. Like in this game, you saw him. That's how Ronald Koeman started his team, and Zirzkee should have been the number 9. And behind him in 10 was Reinders, but more times than not, it was Zirzkee who was passing the ball to Reinders, who scored 1, assisted by Zirzkee. Zirzkee scored the first inside 13 minutes, and he could have assisted more for all these guys. So he's all over the place. He's a roving, if I should say, forward who is all over the place, which I think is the best for his game, because he loves to drift back. In fact, he perfectly describes himself as a 9.5. I think it makes sense. That's what he does. He's quick, one pass, quick passes, 1-2s and stuff. He's a very good pass of the ball, which I think is a very good attribute that we'll need in Man United. So he adds to the creativity of the team. I love the fact that he was playing with a lot of ease and confidence, and properly showing me that he's fit now and ready to go on, because this was his first start for Netherlands in a competitive game, and he will probably be the man of the match. Then Mathis de Ligt as well did start, a rare start, I should say, close to Virgil van Dijk. Started on the right, and he played impeccably well, I should say. He has been, at least for the minutes I watched before I came to record this video, he was playing impeccably well. So for me, it was an important one. Now, earlier before them, Kobbie Mainoo too was in action for England, and he was probably one of the top performers for England as they beat Ireland by 2 goals to 0. Those were his stats there for Kobbie. 92% pass accuracy, 86 total touches, 6 passes into the final third, 5 ball recoveries, 3 attempted take-ons, 2 successful take-ons, and 2 clearances. That's Kobbie for you, who was playing on the right-hand side of Declan Rice in what looked like a 4-3-3 formation, with Jack Grealish, who scored one of the goals for England, completing the mid three, and of course up top, Kane, Bukayo Saka, and Anthony Gordon. So Maguire as well started in central defense with Mark Guehi, then Colwill on the left, and Alexander Arnold on the right, keeping it simple, I should say, for the caretaker manager for England. But I thought for me, all our boys played well. Remember, before that, just yesterday, the Uruguay international, Manuel Ugarte, was also showing Eric Ten Hag and making a call to him that guy, whatever you're saying, I'm not ready. It doesn't look like so. So for me, this is a good thing. And in this international break, of course, tomorrow we know that Denmark will be in action. Eriksen is not really a player I'll sit here and talk about. I know he's a United player and he's going to be in action. There is no Hoyland. I would have wanted to focus on Hoyland. He's not there. So I think for me, the most important players we've been following. Bruno as well played well for Portugal as they beat Croatia. He will be in action again. So for me, it's a very important thing to see United players perform in the international break, because if they have good international outings, and praying that none of them gets injured, that will be a good thrust for them to come and roll with the flow on the national team. The only problem, though, is that Eric Ten Hag is in the habit of slowing down what is picking up. Players are clicking, beginning to click and picking up, and then the next game Erik ten Hag is benching them for some, very vaguely technical reason. For me, that's the major disquiet I get with Erik ten Hag. Instead of keeping on, playing these players who are flowing in the rhythm, you saw how he benched Ahmad in a game where Ahmad should have naturally, the smart thing should have been Ahmad starting against Liverpool. Was it Liverpool? I think so. You wonder. Erik ten Hag does that, but you look at all these boys: Ugarte, Kobbie, Zirzkee, and Ligt, and they are clearly telling Erik ten Hag, we are ready. And that individual form and brilliance for them certainly will give them confidence. And perhaps then how we have to be on Erik ten Hag and his backroom staff to work on the whole unit as a team. And they are not alone. Even for Cameroon, Andrew Nana, his Cameroon beat Namibia by a goal to nil. That goal from Vincent Abubakar in the 65th minute. You wonder until when Abubakar will be carrying Cameroon on his back, but the guy is really aging, but he's still scoring goals anyway. But Onana was in between the sticks in that one, kept a clean sheet. So all this points to United players growing in confidence, and when that happens, trust you me, they should be able, if they are managed well, they should be able to give a competitive Man United. At least what they have proven is that they are top players. What they are proving is that they are top players, because if Zirzkee now has broken into the starting team for Ronald Koeman, he's starting with Gapco up front, and actually he's the one starting as the target man. If De Ligt is now there partnering with Virgil van Dijk, there is a lot De Ligt learns from Van Dijk, by the way, that he can carry and bring to Man United. Kobbie now, I think, is soon becoming a mainstay in the England midfield. So all this for me points to a stable Man United if Erik ten Hag doesn't mess it up. It's sad to see that national team coaches and will get to know how to use these players well, because I've consistently said it for me before that I don't think Erik ten Hag gets the best out of Kobbie, whereas he's the one who gave him the chance for us to see him. I'll never take that credit away from him. But the reality is the usage of Kobbie for England is slightly better than how they use him with Man United. So again, it shows you that maybe Erik ten Hag doesn't at times understand his players perfectly well. I don't know. Well, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I feel, because some of these players play with more comfort, more ease in their national stripes than they do for the club. Why? Because of how they are deployed. Kobbie, for example, put a lot of defensive load on him. You're killing him. You're exposing him. In fact, Mathis De Ligt, how best are we going to see him play and fit in at Man United? Zirzkee is the same thing, because Erik ten Hag will sign certain players and fail to use them right, yet when they go to their national teams, they will perform. And there are coaches like that. The players are good, but the coach doesn't know how to get the best out of them. So I hope we don't get there, because clearly these players are fit now, they are good, and they are ready to go. Let's hope Erik ten Hag against Southampton on the 14th does make the right decisions. My name is Webb. Like, share, and subscribe. Let me see what the score is now. It's 4-2. It's another goal for the Netherlands now. Again, it's now 4-2. Weghorst, former Man United guy, came off the bench. Man, the fans love him, no wonder. Uh, 4-2 as it is now, without Weghorst also contributing there with one off the bench. That's it. I'll catch you later, fam. Good night.